We finally have Halo Infinite gameplay. You don't need me to tell you that, though. You've probably already seen the gameplay demo for the campaign. I'll link it in the description if somehow you haven't already seen it. I've just watched it through. I'm going to go back through and give you some of my thoughts because I am so excited. I've been waiting 5 years for this day to come back onto this channel and do something like this. I'm, yeah, the graphics look great straight off the back. We're crash landing on the ring, being shot at by the Banished already in this cutscene. It's beautiful. I love how this looks. I mean, before we sort of get more into it, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you think of this gameplay trailer. I'm just going to run through my initial reactions to it all. There is comedy in this opening. Chief is so quiet at the start here, when they're sort of, he's freaking out in his chair, and Chief is just there stoically, nonchalantly, just, yeah, we're in the situation. I've been here before. It's so cool. He doesn't have to say anything for it to be so impactful. He's so quiet in this trailer, but he says just a couple of things that are awesome. And I really prefer that as opposed to Halo 5, where he was talking quite a lot. It's more silent protagonist. The inside of this ship looks glorious as well. It's nice to see more details of it, more of their conversation. Clearly, some time's passed since the trailer that we saw last year, and Master Chief's clearly built a bit of a small bit of a relationship with him, because this guy is now finally arguing back at him. It's not like Chief is the hero that he thought he was when this trailer came out last year in 2019. But we're getting straight into it. It looks like it's going to be open world too, which is so cool. I mean, Halo has never really been in this kind of position, and it's just so exciting to see where we're going from here. I mean, I've seen other people react to this. Overall, reactions look quite positive. I've got positives and I've got a few negatives too to talk about. But I mean, it's more improvers. The HUD, as you can see, looks really minimal. There's not much on there. It's a radar. You've got the bar at the top. You've got some stuff in the bottom right. You've got wildlife. That looks awesome. The grunts there. The grunts look beautiful. There's so much color. There's vibrancy to all of this, but yet the environment looks really pastel. The sky is so blue. A phantom but banished coloring. Oh, beautiful. I do love the HUD and the bottom right content. It just makes it feel more open worldly. Sprint, I don't mind sprint. I'm someone who started playing in Halo 4, so everyone will have their opinions about that. But maybe sprint is just reserved to the campaign. We don't know. Maybe it looks like an armor ability. Who knows? So at this point, I can't really comment. The Warthog looks like it drives super well, because the way it just turned around that corner, it looks glorious. It looks like you have lots of control over that. And the map, that's definitely open world. It's got to be. Look at that detail. And did you see the birds flying in the trees as well? There's so much depth in the environment. It's not just enemies that you're fighting. There's clearly wildlife on this ring, which is so good. I remember, back in the older Halos, you'd have more wildlife in the surrounding area. An AR, look at that. And the pistol, I love the look of the pistol. The Halo 5 pistol, I think, handles as one of the best guns in Halo history. It just feels great. But that pistol, I don't know, I just love the look of it. And now look at what we're picking up. A VK78 Commando. It's a very SMG-like gun. I think this must be an SMG replacement, because they introduce so many new guns in this game. They must be replacing some of the old ones with these new guns. This must be an SMG replacement. Look at how these banished brutes run, so brutally sprinting at you as well. He's picked up a fusion coil, and look at this. This is equipment. This is equipment from Halo 3, surely coming back, in my opinion. And look how these guns handle, and a grapple and a spike grenade. The grapple taken straight from Pathfinder in Apex Legends and also Titanfall 2. I was playing Titanfall 2 yesterday, and the grapple looks like it handles really similar. Look at that pistol as well, and we have banished specific weapons. The weapon design looks a little bit generic on some of the new guns, which is a bit of a shame, and the way they fire looks a bit, done like I've seen it before. But it's really bold to see new weapons coming into Halo, because we've had new weapons in previous games, but from this trailer, never so many. Oh my god, I'm in love with this. The Magnum's looking glorious. It looks like you can't zoom in with it, so I think whereas in Halo 5 the precision weapon of choice for competitive was the Magnum, I think it's probably going back to the BR. This pistol doesn't look super strong. That weapon though, it looks nice. The red in the middle of it looks glorious. I could do with more coloration and details on the side of it, but the red looks great. Maybe a replacement for the Storm Rifle here, a burst carbine, or maybe a replacement for the Covenant carbine. It's called the Pulse carbine, this new gun. I love the look of it, and these guns appear to overheat quite quickly. And this was a gun that was teased in a Mega Constructs piece, I think. The Mangler, I think it's and that grapple looks so good. It looks like a Covenant pistol type weapon, sort of like the Mauler from Halo 3, very much like it. Look at that! He's throwing one of the explosive barrels, and he used his grapple to get it. It actually looks like quite an expressive grapple too, which is just so good. The plasma turrets look better than I think they've ever looked before. They have more cover on them. They look very different, to be fair. The designs of the characters look great, and the Bulldog, look at that. That's a new shotgun. Is it to replace the existing shotgun we have? I hope not, because I like the look of it. I think I still prefer the older shotgun's look. But that's a really aggressive looking shotgun. It looks really nice. There hasn't been much scoping in with some of the weapons though, which I find interesting. I'd love to see some of the weapons zoomed in more than you see in this trailer, but oh, look at that. It's just incredible. And the open world look of it looks, as the title suggests, infinite, massive. And now we sort of go into more of a cutscene element. So yeah, my thoughts, I mean, I'm sort of just starting to see it. This cutscene's awesome. This sort of really intimidating, banished warrior who looks really like he's been through a lot of fights. He says about doing it in the honor or in the will of Atriox. So does that mean Atriox is dead and has died in a battle here? I can't see him going down easily. He's talking about the fight being easy, so maybe Atriox is sort of letting his minions and pawns in the game have more control, which is an interesting concept too. You get to see a bit more of the relationship between the two characters on screen here, Chief with the pilot. They've clearly had that time together. Wow, and look, this speech is really like Husk-esque from The Force Awakens, which is really cool, but it's glorious. The graphics are great. There's so much to love about this. I think the weapons look a tiny bit generic, but to me personally, some of the new additions, the grapple could go both ways. I like the look of it. If you have as much expressiveness that Pathfinder has in Apex Legends, then I think we've got a good situation there. That's if they've based it off that grapple, then good. He could throw, explosives. Oh, it's all glorious. Mainly positives for me. There are drawbacks. Sprint could be seen as quite controversial. But overall, I'm just so happy with how all this looks. It's really exciting time to be a Halo fan, I think, and I'm just so glad we finally got the gameplay trailer. I'm going to be watching this demo over and over and over and over again for the next 4 or 5 days. I'm so excited. But what did you think of the trailer? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinion, and I can't wait for Holiday 2020. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.